Hey guys, Mary Ann here with Shopping Crafty. This is my 100th video. Can you believe that? It feels like just yesterday I started this channel, and it's weird how you can make so much content without even realizing it. Time just flies by, and I'm so excited for the future. I have so much to share with you guys. Tomorrow I'm actually announcing something that I am doing in the month of June that I'm very excited about. And so tune in tomorrow to see it. But for the 100th video, I decided I just wanted to do the questions no one asks tag so you guys can learn a little bit more about me. Because, I don't know, maybe you're interested. I don't know. Nobody actually tagged me for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm actually just looking at Budget Girl's little description box on her video because she did this about 6 months ago. It's so insane because yeah, on the video it says it was posted 6 months ago, and her number was, 14,342, and she's at 1,000 something, and not even like 1,000 and a bunch of hundreds, but like basically about $1,000 to go. She is getting out of debt next month. I can't believe it. I am so excited. I am obsessed with Budget Girl. I love all of her videos. She is so great. And I mean, really what I was looking for from a channel was a single girl going through all of this, because I'm a single girl. I mean, I have a boyfriend, but all of our budgeting and all of that is separate. And I did not have a boyfriend when I started this, did I? I don't know. It was around the same time that I discovered her. And anyway, this is a video that's supposed to be about me oversharing, so that works. I will start answering these questions that no one asks. I did not read any of these ahead of time, so it's just gonna be me spewing nonsense. Okay. Question 1. When driving, do you listen to CDs, tapes, the radio, or nothing? I don't listen to tapes, but the other 3, yes. I listen to CDs, I listen to audiobooks. I used to be commuting a lot. Moving in with my boyfriend helped save like an hour of driving every day, because I would drive there and back and there and back, and driving to any of my jobs is always at least half an hour drive, or not always, but traffic in LA and everything, it takes that long a lot of times. So I like to listen to audiobooks. I listen to the radio, but also I have a Prius. It's a 2004 Prius, and the radio just cuts out a lot, and you just have to turn it back on. Basically, the whole little computer screen doesn't work the majority of the time. So any AC, anything like that, fortunately there are controls on the steering wheel so that I can still have AC, and I can control the volume on the radio and stuff like that. But yeah, it always cuts out on me, so I've gotten used to just driving to silence, and then I'll have other people get in my car and they'll be like, can we not be driving in silence? It's like, it's weird for them to not be listening to something in the car. It's interesting. Okay, 2. Are you a window person or an aisle person? I always just go with not selecting my seat, because it's usually a charge to choose where you sit on the plane. I think I'm more of a window person, because if I fall asleep, I like to be able to lean against it. And then you also don't have to worry about the people in there climbing over you and stuff like that. So, yeah, window. How do you relieve stress? Yoga is a big stress reliever for me. I also take baths. When I was younger, I think I watched Psycho, and I learned about the Holocaust at the same time, and I developed a fear of showers, because I misunderstood some things. It's like, I just still don't really love showers, and it started there, but I'll take them if I need to, or if it's like right after yoga and I'm really sweaty, I'll take a shower. But I definitely take baths, and it's just time to like relax and soak and be all good. My boyfriend thinks it's gross to sit in your own filth, but oh well. Okay, what's your favorite childhood TV show? That's really hard. Oh my gosh, I am kind of obsessed with family sitcoms. So Home Improvement, Full House, Boy Meets World. I'd have to go with Boy Meets World. I also loved like Lizzie McGuire, Disney Channel stuff, but Boy Meets World I still really love, which is why it is a huge bummer that Girl Meets World is so bad. Yet I've watched every episode because that's how much I loved the original show. Okay. I also really love Growing Pains. Growing Pains is awesome. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? This may come as a shock to you guys, but I wanted to be an actress. That's one thing that I think my mindset has always been a little different than other people. Like, my sisters always really loved singing, and the day I realized they weren't pursuing singing with their lives, the day I realized that that wasn't their like career path, really confused me. I was like, but you like it and you're good at it. And now I realize that they're probably not good enough to make it in the industry. No offense to my sisters. But it just never struck me that you can't do that you can't just go and do it. Which, I mean, I'd probably be in a lot better financial situation and everything if I chose a different path. But maybe not, actually. I'd probably still have student loans and stuff. Yeah. I think what I mean is my future, after I get out of debt, if I were pursuing something other than acting, would be better. Because there's still, even if I get out of debt, no certainty in my future. Okay. What was the best prank you ever pulled off? Oh my gosh, at my sister's wedding, actually, it was the rehearsal dinner. This is gonna get confusing because I have a lot of sisters, so I'm gonna tell you. Kendra and Ben are my sister and brother-in-law. They've been married about 5 years. And at the rehearsal dinner, my sister Janelle, who was getting married, gave us bracelets as a gift that we were supposed to wear during the wedding. So Kendra took her bracelet off that Ben had given her and put the new bracelet on, and she just left it there right next to her phone. And then she was doing something like taking pictures with the new bracelet, and I stole the bracelet from her husband and her phone, and I texted from her phone to my phone, "You are the best sister ever. I gift you my fancy bracelet." And then I went to Ben. I waited like an hour because she still hadn't noticed the bracelet was gone. I waited about an hour, and then I went to Ben and I was just like, "Hey, is this Kendra's bracelet?" And he's like, "Yeah." "Oh, she gave it to me. Isn't that cool?" And he's like, "What?" Like, he didn't really believe me. He knew it was like a joke. But I was like, "Yeah, she gave it to me. Isn't that awesome?" And he's like, I gave that to her on our first Christmas together." I'm like, "Oh, really? Well, he's like, "She didn't give that to you." And I'm like, "No, she did. I have proof." And then Kendra came over, and Ben was like, "What the heck, Kendra? Why did you give the bracelet to Marianne?" This is all joking, because, like, we all went to high school together. We're all friends. So he knew there was something going on, but I don't think they knew the level that I had taken it to. And was like, "What? No, I didn't. Give it back." And so I pulled out my phone, and I was like, "See, you texted me." And they read it, and they just thought it was hilarious. They were like, "Oh no, we have no proof that you did not give this bracelet to Marianne." It was funny. I mean, it's probably one of those things that's more funny when you're there, but it's the closest thing I've done to a prank ever, so I thought it was really funny. She's like, "Oh yeah, this is my bracelet now. I have a message from you on my phone as proof. Maybe you shouldn't leave your bracelet and your phone sitting in a pile somewhere. Maybe, I don't know." Okay, what else? 7. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, whom would you choose? Do they have to be real people? I would choose... Can they be dead? I mean, I don't want them to be dead at the dinner. But if I could bring people back to life, Jimmy Stewart. I love Jimmy Stewart. He is so cool. I love him. He's my favorite actor. Tom Hanks is also my favorite actor, so sure, throw him in there too. Which, I mean, a lot of people have said, like, well, Tom Hanks is sort of like the modern Jimmy Stewart, so it makes sense that I really love both of those actors. They're the same sort of type. And J.K. Rowling, she just seems really smart and really cool, and that'd be great. I'd also just love to have dinner with, like, a bunch of YouTubers. Like, get me Christy from Mrs. Jones, Sarah from Budget Girl, and Kristen Marie, and I am gonna have a good night. That would be an amazing get together. And Budget Girl and former Mrs. Jones just met, and that was so cool. I'm such a fangirl, you have no idea. Sorry, I like always have to, I'm an old lady, I can't read anymore. What's the best prank? Dinner. Okay. 8. If you could get back any article of clothing you once wore, what would it be? I would say there was just this plain white striped shirt that I really liked that I seriously had just finished combing through my closet and got rid of bags of stuff. And so I had it down to just the stuff I really like. And then I did my laundry. And I left cherry chapstick in there with all of the clothes that I had decided I really wanted to keep. And most of my clothes survived. That shirt did not. And I had to go. And I also had a pair of gray pants that met the same fate. And I'm desperately in need of a pair of pants, another pair of pants, so those two items would be awesome. If you could hire any actor to portray you in a movie, who would you choose? I would probably choose me because I need work as an actor. Otherwise, Emma Watson. I'm obsessed with Emma Watson, so Emma Watson. There's the theme. I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. That is the theme. If you could play any instrument, which would you play? Guitar. I don't think I'm very musically inclined. I can barely keep a beat. The idea that somebody can like can't do separate beats with with separate hands. I can't. It's impossible. I can't do it, and I can barely stay on beat. I'm not musically inclined, which really sucks. When I was younger, I tried to teach myself clarinet. I've tried to teach myself guitar. I play it well enough to fake it in A Better Place, the movie I was in, but yeah, I'm not a musician. If you could hear anyone in history give a speech, whom would you hear? That's interesting. I feel like there's such obvious ones though. I'd love to hear just like some speech during the Revolution, maybe? We're seeing like, I don't know if Gandhi really gave speeches, but Gandhi would be cool to hear speak. But just any big speech during the American Revolution would be really interesting, historically speaking. I'd say the Civil War, but then that immediately leads to Abraham Lincoln, and I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool, but I want to learn more. I already know the really famous ones, and it'd be really amazing to be there, but I want to expand my knowledge. Okay, if you could live in one city for the rest of your life, where would you live? That is tricky because that presupposes a financial situation, I think, because I don't want to live in LA forever if I have no money. If I have money, I would love to live in LA. I really like Santa Clarita. I don't know. Probably LA. If I buy a house, though, I probably think I would buy one in Santa Clarita. Well, Glendale. Okay. See, Santa Clarita is my Santa Clarita is my backup because it's a little bit cheaper in the housing market than Glendale. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford a house, but when I dream. Glendale is probably my number one. It is sort of like a suburb within LA, and so I really like the suburb feel. But then again, anybody I know who was born and raised in LA is a little bit crazy. No offense to those people, but I mean, it's just, I think the difference is that they, like, when I grew up in the Midwest, I learned about the Midwest because I was there, and I learned about LA and New York because those are the big centers of culture in the US. But I feel like if you're in LA, you only learn about LA and New York, and you think everything in the middle is just wasteland or farmland, rather. I don't know. But that's just me being totally judgmental of a bunch of people that I don't actually know very well. So I may be wrong. I'm sure I am wrong in many cases. If you could make any fictional character come to life, which would it be? I would like to make... Who would I like to bring to life that is fictional? I mean, like, the obvious one is, like, Harry Potter, but no. Who is somebody really cool? Maybe just, like, Lorelai Gilmore. I really like her. I think she'd be cool if she was here in real life. I'd probably not even know her, but I think she'd do something good. This is so random. Okay. When you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? When I was younger, there's a couple butterflies. I dressed up as, like, Juliet once. Harry Potter. I really liked Pocahontas. Belle. Standard stuff. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? I tend to prefer closed because I'm definitely the type of person who imagines scary people hiding places, but I've actually, at this new place, been using the closet light because it's a little walk-in closet. I've been using the closet light as, like, a night light, so I leave the door open. Yes, because I need a night light. If you could be any cartoon character, who would you be? I would be... Cartoons. Who is a cool cartoon character? I don't really know very many cartoon characters off the top of my head. I mean, like, I'm sure I could think of some, but Minnie Mouse? I don't know. Do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? I usually use them when I'm at the hotel. I don't take them. No, that'd be a waste of space. But maybe it would save me, like, a couple cents. Meh. I mean, I get dollar store shampoo, so it's never expensive. Have you stolen a street sign before? No, but I did have this fake street sign that said reserved for Hanson or something like that. Hanson Crossing? I don't know. So I'm obsessed with the band Hanson. And one day in Wisconsin, I was on my way to school and I lost control of my car because it was icy and I drove into a snowbank. And that was in my back seat. And I got out of the car, and when my mom came to pick me up, we left the car there. A tow truck was gonna come get it, and I took the sign out of my car. And one of my friends who was driving to school told everybody that I had hit a street sign and that it fell down, but it did not. It was just a fake street sign that was in my car that I was transferring to my mom's car. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? Out. I don't really use sheets. I use comforters. I sleep on top of the sheets because it's too much work to make a bed with sheets. So the comforter I always just lay on top, and I like how easy it is to make the bed. So out. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? Attacked? I don't know. If I was just in front of with the potential of being attacked, like bees, I feel like I could just stand still. They could be swarming me, but if I just chill, maybe I could get out of that alive. If a bear's already in attack mode, I don't think I'm gonna make it. So bees? Do you always smile for pictures? No. I I mean, pictures with family and stuff, usually. Sometimes I'll make silly faces. Like my YouTube videos, I don't always, because sometimes I don't love my smile. And people always say it's like a really good feature of mine, but I hate how it like, look at what it does to my cheeks. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I just feel, I don't know, it does this weird, you don't need to know my insecurities. My smile is fine, but sometimes I just feel like, oh, I don't look good today, so I'm not gonna smile. Okay. Have you peed in the woods? Yes. Camping. What size is your bed? King. And our place is small, so it takes up a big chunk of the room. I had a queen bed. I had bought it for just like $200 and I loved it. But we decided when we were moving in, basically we have a giant couch, giant TV. All of the furniture in here is pretty much Lex's, and the king bed was his as well. I think he's just sort of a go big or go home person, and it's wasteful. I would not probably have chosen such a large couch, but it looks, I kind of like how it looks in our space. It's not a lot of space. It takes up a big chunk of the space, but I like it. But yeah, he just bought really big furniture. I mean, his last place was really big, so I guess that makes sense, but yeah. What was the best concert you ever attended? Any Hanson concert. I love them. I love them. What is your song of the week? The Golden Girls theme song. I've been watching and it's just constantly going through my head. I wanted to watch it all the way through. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but I never was able to watch it, but it's on Hulu and Lex has Hulu, so I don't have to spend money to watch it. Yay! When is the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? I used to have to write letters to my dad, so when I was in high school probably, wrote a letter to my dad. How many languages can you speak? I can kind of understand French. I'm not great at speaking French. I can read French fairly well. Can't speak it very well. I always studied it in high school, and I went to France for a study abroad program, and I was starting to get conversational, but it's gone. I try to practice, but I'm not good enough to call myself even basic. Do you believe in ghosts? Not really. No. I believe in spiritual energy, but I think usually it is more, I feel like sometimes the spirit of someone could come and send a message, like concentrate themselves enough to send a message through or something from beyond. But I think pretty much, this is gonna get deep, but like it goes into spirituality. I believe in the universe, and one thing that a friend of mine once said to me is something really comforting and weird at the same, and not comforting at the same time. Basically, they were saying that when you die, you just go back to wherever it is you came from before you existed, and that it's like, it makes it less foreign. It's just, you're right back where you were, and you don't have any memories of trauma from before you were born. You started off pretty fresh and clean and good and happy in this world. So you can't be anything too terrifying. I think it's just you go molecules and become something else in the universe. You just sort of evaporate. Cheetos or Fritos? Fritos if I'm eating Texas caviar. Cheetos if I'm eating peanut butter and jelly. Usually neither. Can you curl your tongue? No. Oh, that's the closest I've ever gotten, but no. Ever won a spelling bee? Never been in a spelling bee. No, I have not. Own a record player? No. I really want to, and I want to get a bunch of records, but I feel like that is just unnecessary. It's just a way to spend money, and I am not in the business of spending money. Ooh, who would you like to see in concert? I think like, I mean, Beyonce would be amazing. Let's be real. And we almost got to go see, oh my god, what's his name? I'm totally having a brain fart right now. We were gonna go see, no, that's not the right person. I can't remember. We were gonna go see someone in Vegas, but the show got canceled. Elton John, there we go, duh. Oh my gosh, I was like, Paul McCartney, no, not Paul McCartney. Elton John, we had tickets to go see him in Vegas, but the show was canceled because he was sick. That would be really cool. I feel like he is a legend, and yeah, but I'm not like, again, hankering to spend money on such things. One of the reasons I really like Hanson is that their tickets are usually pretty cheap. And you can just go and have a good time without breaking the bank. Can you swim well? I cannot do the butterfly. I like swimming. In high school, we were really lucky. We had this big pool, and for your gym courses, you could choose either like weights training, standard gym, or lifeguard training and water safety instructor training. So I did that, and it was really cool to be able to do that instead of like the standard running around for miles thing. So decently. Are you patient? Yes. I think so. Usually. I'm not patient when I'm like having to wait in line for things. I get very antsy. But in terms of like life's timing, I'm a little more patient. DJ or band at a wedding? I don't think I've ever been to a wedding that has a band. I think I prefer DJ. Just listen to the songs you like and have them sound like the songs you like. Because they are the songs you like. Ever won a contest? Yes. Okay, this is stupid. I actually won a painting from Zach Hansen once. Apparently I'm talking about Hansen a lot in this. Yeah, he had this thing. They were making a bunch of paintings for promoting one of their albums, and they said, hey, if you retweet this message, one person's gonna get this painting, and they picked me, and I got it. And then they sent a second one for some reason, but it wasn't nearly as nice, and I don't really like it. But I really love the first one, and I won something from Zach Hansen, and Zach Hansen like knew my name for a second. That was great. That was great. Alright, do you have kids? No. Oh man, do you want kids? Yes, I do. I am terrified that I will never be able to afford it because I would really love kids. Yes, I'm leaning more towards adopting at this point because this is like dark, but I feel like in my experience, life is a really hard thing, and I would rather not have to witness my child suffering, and I would like to be more like the shelter from the storm than the person who forced them into the storm. And that's just me as somebody who has dealt with depression and stuff like that. It's a little bit dark. I'm sorry that it took that turn. I definitely don't begrudge anybody who chooses to have children naturally, and I don't think that it's like an inherently bad thing to do to a person to make them exist, because that's weird. But yeah, I just feel like there's other people in the world that are gonna have really terrible lives if I don't do my part to take them in, and I would love to do that. I would actually even love to have foster children come in and stuff like that, but I don't think my significant other would be as down for that. So that's probably not gonna happen, but I would definitely love to adopt a child at some point. In the meantime, I got the babies that I watch, and they are like my own. They're my girls. I love them. Alright, that is the end of the 100th video. Whoa. Questions no one ever asks. Tag. I can talk, I swear. I'm going to tag Kristen Marie. I emailed her asking if she wanted to be tagged, but then I was like, wait, I'm going to film this video in 2 minutes, so she won't have time to respond. So she's getting tagged either way. Kristen Marie, please do these questions. I'll copy and paste the questions in the description below. And everybody, give me your answers to some of these questions. I love it. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching my channel and helping me stay motivated enough to get to 100 videos. That's a big deal. I wasn't sure if I would have enough follow through for this. Yeah. All right. Also, keep an eye out for my video posting tomorrow. I'm very, very excited about the month to come.